Alright, guys, so I just finished up a reading, and at the end of the reading, we had some cards come out, but because the reading, oops, but because the cards kind of represented to me to be closed, I took it that, well, they were like this. So the reading was closed. I took it that that was the end of that reading, but this was new energy that wanted to come out. So we have so let's start it. And as I started this reading, we also have the Queen of Cups here as well. Oh my God. If you came from watching that reading, this could resonate for you. Or if you came from watching that reading and you were felt called like to see more, this could resonate with you, because the Queen of Cups here, which was your main card energy. And you remember when I told you I pulled a previous spread? The Ten of Swords in reverse was the last card, and the last card now here, no, sorry, it was the second card, so it's in the same position, and now the last card here is the Two of Swords in reverse. She did not come out sideways, she came out all the way. I don't know how, that's like blowing my mind right now. So these were the energies that were on the top of the deck just now, even though I thought they were, they were. The deck was closed, meaning the sides were covered up, so that to me signifies that's it, that's done. But now when I started your reading, I noticed that that energy was on the top. So this could be a follow-up for some people, but maybe not all people. We have the magician in reverse. We have the Seven of Swords upright. I just learned that this is a card of strategy and strategic. Like he's sneaking. But I always thought it was sneaking and stealing. And look at this guy. He's like he's trying to make sure he's stealing from the clown show. You can't tell me like this is not the clown show. Oh, I never noticed that. Huh. There are people back there. Some guy is teaching him something. It looks like, to me, I was going to say Moses. It looks like Moses. You see? Moses with his rod or his staff. And these people are being taught something. And this is their encampment. But are they clowns? They're in clown school or something? Like they're learning something. And then this guy, like he's strategically taking stuff from this. Somebody could have took that message that I just said and ran with it. And God asked me to do this follow-up message for you specifically. That energy was not for you. And you need to focus on what you're building. Like I was saying at the end of the reading, if I'm over here and you're over here, and I say I need to go right, and you go right, you're on the opposite side of me. If I'm going right, you need to go left. But I said I'm going right, and you said, oh yeah, you're right, I'm gonna go right, you need to go left, excuse me, so that you could be closer towards your mission. I'm going right so that I could be closer towards my mission. Or I don't know if I'm getting my lefts and my rights right, but I know that the energy is what I'm trying to say. And that is sometimes when we're at different positions on the field, we have to know what position we are in on the field so that we can go to the correct direction instead of just blindly following somebody else's directions. So next we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. We have the Death in reverse. And we have I don't know if I said we have the Three of Pentacles upright. I don't remember saying that. I remember showing the card, but I don't remember saying that. And then we have the Four of Cups upright. For some reason, I kind of want to look at the numbers. So we got 1. I'm going to call them negatives like this. And I'm going to actually add them up right now. So we got -1, plus 7 plus 3 plus 0. I don't know if I want to say 0 or 1, and that's significant because that is going to change the equation. And we started at -1, and then we went on to 7, which led us to 6. And then we had 3 more, which led us to 9. Are we at 10? Or are we at 9? Are we at 10, meaning the cycle has been closed and we are on a new journey? Or are we at 9? The cycle has been closed, but there are some things that we still need to be, like, we're still kind of like I was saying, in that transitionary period. Some loose ends. The new beginning hasn't started yet. We're still in that position of closing. I think that we might be, I don't know, I can't confidently say. She doesn't have a number, but this 1, it's not a 1, but it's a sunflower above her head, makes me think of that. But there's obviously no number. It's obviously 9. Right? Interestingly enough, then we have the Death card in reverse. The cycle has not ended completely yet. Because if it did, wouldn't it be upright? So 9. Oh my god. Yes, obviously this is not a 1. Why is that so chaotic and crazy? Like, but I have this sunflower on my head, but I sure do got a lot of hope. It's like something that you're hopeful about. Got this sunflower on my head, sure do got a lot of hope. That counts as 1, right? We're already done. We're there. Wrong. Wrong. Because, like, the Queen of Wands is also a special card. Like, the Magician is also a special card. He has a 1. You want to be in this, right? You want to say, I did it, I'm done. Like the Magician. But the Magician is in reverse. This is the true 1. This is what you would have had if it was 1. But it's in reverse. This isn't a 1. This is desire. This is creativity. This is hope, which is great. But it is not a 1. We are still at 9. And then we have the Death card, which is this 10, 11, 12, 13? Yes, it is. Which takes us from 9 plus 3, 12. I mean, 22, I think. Plus 4, 26. Oh my god. This is insane. 26 is a phenomenal number for me. It is my energy. The Death card. I mean, the Devil actually popping out. But my deck does not have a devil. It had a devil, but now it is only half of it. The part of my devil card that is missing is the fruitful half. The devil in my card will only burn. The devil in my deck will only burn. It will not be fruitful. It will not create. It will not multiply from the obsession. It will only burn. The devil is represented by Capricorn. What I was looking for when I pulled this out actually was the star card to come out. The star is my sun. Aquarius is my sun energy. My moon energy is the devil. Capricorn. You could be portraying yourself to yourself and to others one way, that does not authentically align with who you actually are. You could be portraying yourself as one way that does not authentically align with who you actually are. I'm flattering you when I did that. With who you actually are. Yeah, I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm flattering you. You're like, yeah, that's me. That's me. You're not there yet. That's not who you are. God is going to bring this in. But it is not here. "11:11 on the clock. In the last reading, I watched it count down to this moment. In the last reading, we missed it. We missed it because we were focused on the wrong thing. In this reading, we made it because we were locked in. You may not want to hear this. This may not be flattering. This may be a perspective that taps into the darker sides of the energies. You may not want to hear this. But guess what? This is going to be the thing that helps you get to that point. That manifestation point. That point of having your wish fulfillment, unleashing everything. This energy is kind of really difficult for me to really comprehend thus far. 26, 26. That number follows me like a dog. I mean, like a dog. It's my birthday. I won't even go into specifics because I could be like messing myself up. I just seen it on the timer, 12:16. That number follows me like a dog. It's very karmic in nature, according to some traditions. Some people consider it a sign of the, oh my God, some people consider it a sign of the devil. Very karmic, just like 13. Some people consider it a sign of the devil. Some people consider it a very karmic number that's going to bring bad luck. It's not auspicious at all to some people. And then in some religions, it's literally a sign of God. It's God's holy number. And I noticed this energy, kind of this duality of energies throughout the world in so many things. So like, for example, there is a earthly phenomenon that I looked into, and this particular earthly phenomenon, think like thunder, the tides coming in. This particular earthly phenomenon, like a tsunami, a lot of people would consider, some ancient traditions considered very bad, and it was an evil happening, and it was something that was plaguing the earth. Some people considered it a renewal, an opportunity to walk into a new path, into faith. How are you viewing this? Because I believe this is the only thing that will bring a new day, a new dawn. You know how some people, like a lot of spiritual people will say, don't say good morning. People want to say, you're mourning. It's a new day. What are you mourning for? I view this as very auspicious. And when I do this, it's funny that I don't want to say this anymore, right? Maybe this is really scary to some people, like I'm walking on eggshells around somebody's toes. When I view this, when I do this and my life is over, I want it to be a celebration. Mourning, to me, is acknowledging death. to me, it should be a celebration of life. Something has ended, and that only means that something energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transmuted. That means that at the same time as death is happening, new life is happening. I think you see your dark side as something that is only negative. I lost my fruitful card. The devil in my deck only has one side because the fruitful side just up and disappeared. I used to do tarot readings for myself all the time in nature, and sometimes the cards would just fly away. Excuse me, I don't even know what this deck looks like. You know what I'm saying? On the inside, the Empress in reverse is the bottom of the deck, and put the deck on Temperance. I don't even know that's symbolic. The Empress is very much fulfillment. Very much I'm thinking of how she has on the other. I know what the other side of the devil card looks like. She looks very similar to this guy, but instead she has a tail of grapes. Or I believe she may be holding grapes, and then there's a tree of grapes, and the devil is burning this on this side. You may look at your shadow and your darkness as something really, really bad, and nothing good comes out of it. And I think a lot of people don't see the devil as anything good. I think we need to explore that energy more, and I think that I will be getting a new deck so that I can have a proper devil inside of my deck. Now, when I was reading tarot cards all the time out in public, God is so funny like that. I promise you, I'd just be walking down the street and I would find random tarot cards from different decks, like our random solitaire cards from different decks. And I had a nightmare. This happened after I, in a fit of rage, ripped the devil because I said I didn't want to see this anymore, and the devil shouldn't be strong, right? My own shadow, right? I don't want to see it. It doesn't deserve fruitfulness. What is the goodness of the devil energy? It's the worst card, right? Because, I mean, even with death, I mean, he has nice shininess, and there's prayer, and there's hope. This is just darkness, and it's weird. I ripped it. Even with I won't get into it now, but I ripped it, and because I ripped it, I lost the art of fulfillment. Creation. The devil is tangible. The devil is obsessive. I can't really share with you what this energy truly is because I can't even see the other half of it here. Nor can I say that I fully integrated this energy within myself. So I need your help here. We need each other's help to really unleash and unlock and channel this energy. There is something that we are missing. Our fruitfulness is on the other side of everything that we are fearing, and we don't see it. We can't even end this cycle because we don't have the other half. And we're pretending that we've already made it to 10 because I got this hope and there's no darkness in me. This is who we actually are. So what's up? You see how the magician, he's manifesting and he's creating something, but guess what he also has? Every single set of the deck. Every single set of the deck. He is using his cups, he's using his pentacles, he's using his swords, he's using his wand. And then he has a candle here to ignite it all. He brought all his ingredients together. We're missing some ingredients. The fruitfulness, the passion, that ignition, that connection with the world around us. This is taking me back to the first video that I had, and I said, and this is, I wanted to create a reprise of almost every single video that I've made, because after rewatching them for myself, I just noticed how they missed so much of the shadow. They missed so many elements of the shadow aspect that were so necessary. Oh my gosh, I just realized, yes, this has the star at the top. I know that I believe this is the 5-point star, but or is it 6? It might be 6, but it's just a little different. The Star of David, excuse me, has been calling to me heavy. I'm waiting to receive my chain that I ordered a while ago of the Star of David, because it's a combination of above and below. But beyond that, I know it's also been very heavily seen as a demonic symbol, and it's used in a lot of spells and sorcery. And I didn't really explore that part. I knew it was like, the one that I got, it looks like the Star of David. And I preferred it to look like the Star of David. There's another word for the 6-point star. That a woman named Thelma, I'm trying to remember because I just kind of stumbled upon it, but I don't really remember it entirely. A woman named Thelma created a religion, and this is it's more occult-like, right? It's more like in the shadowy type vibes, and it's a hexa something, and I thought, I think I'll get one that looks like that instead. But it didn't look pretty enough for me. I was like, nah, I don't want that. I'm not going to shame myself, like, it's just aesthetics. But looking at it from an esoteric, like, and not wear the necklace. But looking at it from an esoteric view, that could be significant. Tying into all of this. It's just not pretty enough. It wasn't pretty enough for me. I don't want to be the devil. I don't want to look like the devil. I don't want to do that. Wow. Something completely different. I'm picking up on, like, religious shame. Somebody could have been feeling like they're devil worshippers, and we really need to get into that. We need to get into that. I wish I could go live on this channel and just really dig into that. Because as of late, I have experienced so many phenomenal shifts in my religious shame. I just have made so much peace with my prior religion. I have made so much peace with walking down my path of spirituality. And it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Everything about me can be seen as demonic. My birthday, to some people, is very demonic. The fact that I'm a Capricorn and it's represented by the goat, the devil, very demonic. My family, ex-lovers, everyone has treated me like I'm very demonic, and it caused a lot of pain, and it didn't really make me feel ashamed in the sense of like, oh, I feel like bad about myself, or I'm like ashamed. I guess it made me feel more like outcasted. I don't know, like the concept of shame, like, I don't know, like, because that word could mean a lot of different things for people, but to me, like, it doesn't really feel like I resonate with the feeling of shame, but, or what I know shame to be as, but I do resonate with the feeling of distancing. Like, I'm not really ashamed of myself, but I'm not gonna necessarily share myself because I know that it creates bad reactions for other people. I know that other people might feel some sort of way, and I don't want to put anyone in that position. But I never allow myself to open up and be able to share that experience. So there are literally pieces of me that I'm holding back from being brought into the light because I don't want to hurt other people. I don't want to be off-putting to anyone else. I don't want to bother anyone else. This has been so much story time. Let's try and reel this in really quickly and get back to the cards because this card is calling me. This card is calling me. Strategic placement. Stealing from the clown show. In a place where you were never wanted, never recognized, never appreciated, never valued. You try and take little bits and pieces from them. If we tie this back into the last reading, because we do have these lingering energies here, and even now, oh my god, I'm seeing the Page of Cups and the Temperance stick out. Because we do have these lingering energies from the last reading. Those people, they told you, you're so selfish. You only think about yourself. You have no feelings, you have no emotions. You're changing, you're shifting, but it's like you're still kind of trying to strategically place little tidbits that they taught you into this new reality from the clown show. You're taking things from the clown show. It's time to pay attention. Wow, the Magician is upright, but the Death is still in reverse. It's time to focus on what you're building. You're manifesting, you're doing it, you're transitioning, you collected all the pieces. But is this yours? Or are you building this for somebody else? These are lions, but I just saw them as skeleton skulls. Like, don't be the queen of the dead, be the queen of the living. She has sunflowers, the sun. The lions are supposed to be suns. Don't be the queen of the dead. But in order to not be the queen of the dead, you have to understand and integrate this deadness. You see how this is a random black cat. How do you think she's able to be so light? Because she's only light and she has no devil in her? No, it's because she's physicalized it. Her devil is sitting right there. Right in front of her, honestly, protecting her. She knows how to pull it out when it's time. But if you pretend she's not there, your death is going to show in your creation. Your darkness is going to show in your creation. And it's just, just imagine this is just a decaying, a queen of wands that is just decaying. And she's like, I'm alive. But everything about her is dead. She's the queen of the dead, pretending that she has no death around her. That's why we need this other half. That's why we need this whole thing. Okay. Stop stealing from the clown show. I feel like there's so much more. And that's why when I get into these energies of this dark shadow aspect, it is so necessary, especially for me, especially while I'm giving these messages, because I can see the light energy, I can see the light aspect very well, right? Because it's so bright. Who couldn't see it? But it's time to turn on those dark eyes. Oh, remember when I said there's a light undercover in the first reading? There's a truth that's being hidden. Not uncovering the darkness and letting it be the darkness when it's time for it to be the darkness is going to dim the light. It has no choice. If I'll leave it there. Excuse me. We have Archangel Michael in reverse. No weapons formed against me shall prosper in reverse. And there's no comparison to you. Upright. Story time. The Lovers. Queen of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Hold up. Let me start reading this off top because there's a lot. There's a lot of parts here. Story time. These all just twisted out sideways. So assume that everything that is upright is in reverse, and everything that is in reverse is upright. But I'm going to read it upright. This duality energy is so important, especially on this channel, especially in this era right now. There's so much duality, and we have to know that. And if you cannot get past the dual energy, well, good luck, Charlie. No, if you cannot get past the dual energy, no, I don't care. You have to get past the dual energy, because this is where you will see the truth. You made a choice to release the things that you knew, because you didn't want to stand in your power. You didn't want to seem too threatening. You didn't want to feel like you were inflicting yourself onto others. And you gave up so much of your divine birthright because of it. And you're starting to think that you're something that you're not. Like your enlightenment doesn't exist. Like you don't know who you are. Other people successfully stole your light from you. They convinced you that you were not enough, not good enough, mean. This is the other card that I wanted to twist up. You see how it's damaged and bruised? I wanted to lock it in, hold it down. I almost destroyed this card, but I didn't. I said, no, I shouldn't do that. I think I'll regret that, so I didn't. But I almost destroyed this card. I wanted to say this card is like lies and deception, and I just seen this card in a reading earlier. And when she showed me this card, she said, it was from Natija, and when she showed me this card, she said, I don't need to explain it, just look at it. And for the first time ever, when she showed me this card, I thought, well, he's taking his swords back, and people are sad. He finally took back all his swords that they were wielding against him. But I always see this as, look at him, he's so selfish. He's so selfish. He took all those swords, he can't even use them all. He can't even hold them all in his hand. And he's like, yeah, I showed these losers. He's so selfish. But for the first time today, I saw it as something that might have been good, actually. So, in this reading, in this moment, however, other people successfully got you to give up. Your truth, what you knew, pieces of yourself, your inner knowledge, your wisdom, and make you feel helpless, And when God tried to offer you more, you denied it. You denied it. You thought it was evil. You thought it was bad. You thought it was wrong. Look at the grayness around this. Thought it was going to bring nothing but trouble. Storms and chaos. Your internal self was crying. Look at the tears. The moon is crying. The world is crying. What's wrong? The scorpion's coming out. Like, yes. Now I can transition from the water to the land. Now I can walk on the land and pretend I'm not knee deep in emotions. You could have a cancer in your life, a toxic cancer, and pretend I'm not knee deep in emotions. And instead, pretend I'm not knee deep in emotions, but also pretend that this is normal. That this is normal for the land to be flooded with emotion. So that I could tell you that you're emotionless. So that I could pretend I'm not knee deep in emotions and instead this is normal. This looks like a sunflower. So that the sunflowers can never bloom. Because they'll be drowned out. You took some time to rest. You wanted to heal this. You wanted to figure out this wasn't working for you. You wanted to figure out what to do. You took some time to rest. You took some time to think. You begged God for clarity and answers. You begged mentors and people that you knew for answers. And because you told them information from a distorted lens, from the lens of falseness, these people who wanted to successfully get you in this energy, they said, yeah, you're kind of emotionless. People continue to place this label on you. Yeah, you're emotionless. I feel like we're back. We're back to the similar energy of the first reading. But how did we get here? When you lost your Empress energy. You can't see yourself. You don't know who you are. You don't feel fruitful. You don't feel loving. You don't feel ever-flowing. You don't feel abundant. You don't feel like a mother would be, like nurturing. And it is breaking your heart. Now it's time to read them in reverse. First, also, I want to pull 3 new cards. Before we move on though, let's clarify Archangel Michael in reverse. You don't feel protected from this. You don't feel like a protector. You don't feel protected from this. Because you gain peace in this. I think you get praise for giving more than you should. There's no comparison to you. Oh my God, no one's doing it like you. You're perfect. You have a great heart. You have a great heart because you let people stomp all over it. What would the person that you're allowing people to stomp all over it say? Imagine for a minute that you were somebody else. And you said, yeah, that person over there, just take all your problems to them. Stomp all over them. They don't mind. They don't mind. No, it's fine. They don't mind. Yeah. Just go ahead. Stomp all over them. What would they say? What would that person say? You refuse to make a choice and settle for something that you did not believe in. The clouds looked dark. The energy looked foggy. This didn't seem as peaceful as it was. There was a hidden volcano in the background waiting to erupt. And that was your emotions, that was your feelings, and that was also the situation. You're ready to blow at any moment. You said, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. And if you think I'm mean, if you think I'm rude for upholding my boundaries, well, so fucking be it. Whoa. Don't mess with this girl. She's going to tell you how it is, and she's going to get what she wants. And if she doesn't, it's going to be a problem for you, because she's leaving. And she's going to go somewhere. She's going to go somewhere where what she wants is going to happen. You may not think that she's a nice person because her shadow is so grand. Actually, she decorates it that way. But she's a chameleon. She's a sweetheart in disguise. She leads with her heart, her creativity, and love. She walks in love, not just for others, for herself. She's able to see all multiple perspectives, and she still chooses to value herself. Can't nobody take from her what's hers, and she refuses to take from others what is theirs. But what's hers is hers, and she refuses to settle for anything less. She knows what's up. She knows what's going down. She don't need a minute to think about it. She said what she said. She stands in it. She trusts herself. She trusts her emotions. And she's going to present them as such. She's emotionally mature. Financially, fiscally mature. She's an empress. And she don't do no heartbreak energy. She will not put a knife in her heart to appease you. She will not let you put a knife in her heart because she sees you. She values everything about her and herself, her land, everything that she's created. Something about this energy is not right. This energy that just flew out. People want to flatter you. Walking into this new energy, if you walk into this energy, people are going to want to flatter you. People are going to want to pretend like they're high and mighty, more boastful than they think, more confident than they are. More confident than they seem. People could try and pretend to be lowly, but they're not. People could try and pretend to be more confident than they are, but they're not. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust you. They want to blame that on you. Because they don't trust themselves. They want to convince themselves that they're not in desperate energy. But they are. They want to convince themselves that they're doing things different. They want to be a part of something that you have going on. Actually, you know what? You're nice. I like you. You are prettier than I thought. Let me be around you. So I knew something about this energy, right? People just coming out. They want to be around you. That's the original question. Who asked, right? Like, I asked for clarifying energy, and like any cards that wanted to come out, got 3 cards to clarify this energy, and it could be about knowing that. Don't be afraid. Like, if you want to walk in this energy instead of the reversal, it could be about knowing to call bogusness out. Like, don't be shy to call bogusness out. I feel like this reading is kind of chaotic, and I'm sorry about that. I never wanted to be like the type of reader that is like chaotic and you're just saying a bunch of things that doesn't make sense. And it's like you gotta kind of piece the pieces together, like you gotta pull them out the air. But that's how the message is coming out right now. You have to make this transition. You gotta make this change. There are gonna be a lot of people who do not take kind to that. They're not gonna understand your humble nature, the fact that you lead with your heart, but you have firm boundaries. You could, because you were that way, you could currently be around, as you're in this transitionary period, you could currently be around. I'm tasting fruit roll-ups in my mouth right now. Like, heavy. Like, fruit roll-ups are all up in my mouth right now. Fruit roll-ups are really good with ice cream. There are gonna be people who doubt you, who don't understand you, who say, oh, you're turning into a narcissist, you're turning into being mean, or you're fake, or you're this. They don't understand that you're leading with your heart. You're following your heart's passion. They don't understand how you've integrated your shadows so fluently, how you can be nice and how you can be mean. Excuse me, they think if you're going to be mean, you should just be mean all the way. Why are you being nice and mean? Like, you're fake. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner compass. Constantly make sure you're keeping the balance that aligns with your heart. And people going to say, she don't even know what she's doing. She don't know who she is. She don't know who she want to be. She don't know if she want to be nice or mean. She don't know if she like people or don't. People going to have a lot to say about you. People going to say you're not protected. You're going through it. God's not protecting you. The divine's not protecting you. You're going through it. You're karmic for some spiritual people who are still suffering. They're gonna say God is punishing you, but God is not. God is blocking these attacks from these people. Whoa. Whether people want it or not, you are getting your flowers. God is giving you your flowers, whether they like it or not, whether they think you deserve it or not. Icy cold energy out right here. So what do these people have to say? These people have to say you need to go on a journey to find yourself because you're lost and you're scatterbrained. The Isis card came out. I'm thinking how she had to find her husband because he was scattered, because he was killed. These people think, oh, you've just been hurt too bad. Like, you've been hurt too bad. You're like so scattered and you don't really understand yourself, babe. Like, I'm praying for you. You need to go on a journey. You need to find yourself. You don't know whether you want to be mean or you want to be nice. You don't know if you're up or down. Pretty Girls Tarot could be significant. Saritha. But I'm also getting people are also judging you because of your appearance. Like, they're thinking that you don't know as much as you do, or they're trying to criticize you because they think you're pretty. And like, These people don't associate beauty with smarts, and that is their own illusion. Is that energy present here in any way? No, it's not. I think that you, for some time, like, obviously, you've wanted to dim yourself. They were trying to swap energy with you. They wanted you to dim yourself so that they could feel better about themselves. They wanted you to not be as beautiful or not portray as smart as you were. Either if you were, pick a side. They want you to pick a side. If you're going to be pretty and dumb. If you're going to be smart and ugly. They wanted you to pick a side. Because they wanted to swap energies with you. If you were going to be pretty, they wanted to be smart. If you were going to be smart, they wanted to be pretty. They don't want you to have both. But you're a hot girl or a hot boy. And you stepping on shit. You're going to be shining more. People are going to be saying, like, the full depth of your character, and they're going to love it. They're going to love it. People are going to be at a loss for words, like, but they still going to say something, because this card is actually in reverse. People going to be at a loss for words, but they still going to say something like, oh my God, like, girl, tell me more about you. Confirmation, I'm on the right track. I'm saying the right things. People going to know what's good. I'm curious. Tell us more about you. Don't say not a thing to these people. They're nosy as fuck. Some of these people. Don't say not a thing to some of these people. They're nosy as fuck. Today a woman asked me, and she's like, I went to a job that I used to work at. I used to work at the supermarket. And I know that it's like a group of people I stopped working there almost a year ago. And they still talk about me because I'm very much a celebrity. Because very much they have nothing going on in their lives. And she asked me a question. She tried to ask me a personal question about my finances. And I just looked at her. Like, I know she's a fake bitch. Like, she's old and fake. I know she's a fake bitch. So I looked at her when she asked me that question. And I looked back and continued to scan my groceries. Because, girl, don't say nothing to me. And I need to be you. Don't say not a thing to these people. Why, God? Why shouldn't we say not a thing to these people? Because your soul has the answers you seek in reverse. Oh, you don't know how much. Like, God has been showing you, you shouldn't say not a thing to these people because you don't know just how much these people are trying to do to sabotage you. They're talking on your name heavy. Some of these people are going back and telling other people, real witches and warlocks, so that these witches and warlocks can try and do spell work on any blessings you have coming in. Flying monkeys, they're all working together. Not even really flying monkeys at this point. They're ugly, nasty witches in cahoots. And that ain't to say witches is bad. Because it's some good witches. These just so happen to be ugly, nasty witches. They're in desperate energy trying to pretend like they're not. They're mad because you're not in desperate energy. They're mad because you don't entertain shit. Oop. I should have bleeped out both of them, but... Girl, you can't bleep out both of them if you have them coming back to back. They're mad because you don't entertain F trash. F poo. You're the prototype in their eyes. You're the prototype in their eyes. And you need to learn how to embrace that. You're your mother. But these just ain't your sons. You're the prototype. You're doing things differently. You've bit the apple, quite literally. You've unlocked a piece of you that they wanted to keep hidden from you. You bit the apple. And you said, ciao. You woke up and came alive. You stopped. I'm seeing also that other card. You stop the card with the clown show. You stop stealing from the clowns because you realize they ain't have nothing to offer no ways. Oh, and you realize you're prettier than you think. Oh, you feel so confident in this energy. This says, there's no place I feel as good as I do when I'm with you. You finally feel a genuine confidence. You finally feel allowed to step inside of your own power. May I? Yes, you may. You giving yourself permission. Yes. What is this? Yeah, just these other people trying to come in. Trying to be some karmics at the end. It's got the go in reverse. But it's upright. You working with your inner shadow here. these people are trying to hide the fact that you ain't all that. They're trying to hide the fact that secretly 555 on the timer. They're trying to hide the fact that secretly I want to eat every part of you. They want to be you. They're like, you ain't all that. Like I said, you ain't all that. Why? They want to convince you you're not all that because they want to be you. They want to take that energy. They want to be in that energy. You ain't all that. You can't be good at everything. Give me a piece of that. Here their energy come. And look, after that, the goat was in reverse. Yes was in reverse. That's chaotic off top. Yes in reverse. In this situation, yes in reverse. You are spicy in reverse. And exclusive in reverse. Showing me that this ain't your energy. Bitches is mad. Bitches is pressed. You ain't all that. Give me a piece of that. That's what they want to say. Child. Tell them they better get the Are you the GOAT? Yes. And what will you do? Cuss the hoe out. Smooth. From your heart space. Okay. I hope this energy was somewhat fluid, somewhat understandable. I don't even know what was going on. I'm not the head being in charge of this reading. This was definitely God's doing. So I feel like I want to draw just a few more cards from both of these. We're going to stop at 1 hour, okay? God, is there anything else that you want to say? Ooh, see. God acted karmic. No. God acted karmic. I said we're going to stop at 1 hour. We got only a few minutes on the clock. Why he got all these cards coming out? Okay, so exclusive came upright. You were spicy came upright. You just... And you're keeping it exclusive. Not everybody got access to you. Remember to stay exclusive. Remember to let these hoes know when they need a backup and they need to mind their business. I just noticed how beautiful you are in reverse. God already seen you from the beginning. These people seen you from the beginning. You've seen you from the beginning, but you was just scared to show yourself. They was just scared to tell you because they was jealous. God wanted you to see the whole time. God wanted you to walk in it the whole time. What's this guy? Also, this is a small warning of somebody coming in. I want to break generational curses with you. And for you in reverse. Touch grass upright. And old school love in reverse. God wants you to get grounded inside of this energy. Really sit in that. Like, I'm telling hoes no. Because it's going to be people trying to masquerade as snakes. They're going to see your energy. They're going to try and copy it. They're going to try and pick up on it. Touch grass. Really get into this energy. This is a, what do you call it? Just giving me chameleon vibes. Which also makes me think they're akin to the snake. So they have rebirth energy, they have like transformation energy, and also that like hidden energy. Like get used to kind of navigating through that hidden energy and exploring that dark side, because there are people who is going to try and pretend. If you can see and explore your own dark side and your own shadow side, what did we say earlier? You're going to be able to feel that. So get really deep into this energy of exploring your own shadow side and getting comfortable with the shadow aspect, because even just exploring yourself deeply and deeply being within yourself, even if you don't entirely resonate with other people's shadow, is going to allow you to be able to see when other people are operating in their shadow. And the old school love, because this ain't no old school love. They're going to be pretending, but it ain't that. It ain't that. Even these people who I said like nosy, even this could be some of them, they energy coming up, they just nosy. They pretending, you know what, I done changed. I done realized the error of my ways. No, they ain't. They just lying. Child. I'm tired of ugly. Look, here they go. I'm tired of being like this. I'm tired of being ugly on the inside. I want to change like you. I want to submit to you. Can you show me how you did it, 222? Cleanse your energy. Please don't cleanse your energy. Please don't see that I'm a fake bitch. These people is on acid. These people is on crack cocaine if they think that you finna fall for that. You ain't going for none of that. Why? Because you touching grass. You focused on your healing. You focused on your connection with God, and you focused on setting your boundaries. You honestly may feel like, I don't even, girl, even if you did, change your ways. Shift your heart. You're going to have to work that out with God. I am not the one to do it with. You're going to have to go work that out with God. Okay, that's good for you. Go do that over there. Okay? That's what God wanted to say from that deck. I feel like God wanted to say something else from the tarot deck, too. Closing messages. Okay. Uh-oh. That emotion that you was looking for that you felt like was missing, it might have actually been something missing. Yes, within yourself. But I'm also feeling like something else from other people. God is bringing that in. A genuine connection with, yes, I'm telling you. I'm also, yes, something like within yourself, like, you needed to just heavily focus on yourself. But I feel like you were so heavily focused on other people too. It could have been also because there was something that you were trying to find from other people that other people were hiding away. How inside of your shadow you had these strong boundaries. These people also had strong boundaries, but you had strong boundaries hiding like, I don't care about you type energy. These people had strong boundaries hiding I love you energy. So God is about to bring in this energy that you were kind of trying to seek and find out from other people, that you were looking for, that kept you so, for some people, that kept you so hyper focused on trying to give to other people. It wasn't the deprivation was inside of you. It was that the deprivation was inside of others. And you thought the solution was to continue to seek it out into others. And maybe I'm not doing enough to allow them to open up in that way. No. God is about to give that to you as you walk inside of this energy of keeping your boundaries up. And that's confirmation from the bottom of the deck. This is the overall energy. So what else we got? It's your harvest season, baby. You done worked hard for this. You done worked hard for this. You done worked hard for this. I'm about to cry. You worked hard for this. It's time to just look at the fruits of your labor. Like, man, I did that. It looked like this is harvest, but it's also like, because it's so much, right? But it's also like he's kind, like how when people, like how some plants, like you need to continuously pick them so that they could grow more. Like the more that you pick them, the more you encourage to grow. That's what this is like. The more that you pick at it, the more that you take certain things away, the more newness is going to grow. This is your harvest season and your planting season. You're renewing, but you're also reaping. Oh, baby, and it's coming in fast. It's coming in fast. And in so many ways that you don't even know. I also feel like God is bringing all this to tell you, baby, you was on the right track. I'm glad you finally saw it. I'm glad you finally stopped hiding yourself. Because all of that old stuff that you had is being washed away. All of the people who was allowed to build off of this foundation of you being frozen in this energy and feeling afraid to move forward, the ice is melting and the tower's crashing. You can't look, God is bringing in this pakacha. God bringing this pakacha energy to really to burn this place down and to really knock this energy. But I'm getting like the structure that this land is on, like maybe these people, like after it was burned, it was still going to be standing because it was going to be structured off of your frozen stagnant energy. But because now this is at the same time as this is melting away, this like mountain of your stagnancy is melting away, and then this building is also catching on fire by God's will. This building ain't gonna have a leg to stand on. It's gonna be burnt to a crisp. I just imagine this building like like just after it's on fire and it's like falling at the same time. Child, they can't even build up here no more. It's gone. They can't even build up here no more. Oh, my phone keeps dying. They can't celebrate off your dime. They ain't happy. You wasn't happy there. You were not happy there. And God saying she wasn't happy here. I ain't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep because of me. She said, God said, she said, she wasn't happy here. Y'all ain't gonna be happy here. I know what y'all thought this was gonna be. I know y'all thought you was gonna be eating off my child plate. I was waiting for her to get this up. Cause I was gonna bring judgment upon y'all at any moment. I was hoping that she melted this ice so y'all ain't had no land. Ain't no celebration, bitch. But for you, it is. But for you, it is. You celebrating because you growing closer to God. Oh my God. You growing closer to God. Yeah, how we said like in the beginning of the reading, like I feel like it's gonna come like in other forms of love, like from other people too, so you can experience this. But I think the biggest way you're gonna be able to experience this with God, within yourself. God is gonna give you an offer of commitment of love, an option to hold this energy and ground it truly. You walking in your highest power, baby. That's it. That's the message. So glad I got to deliver it. Amen and Ashe to that positive change and to that depth of the darkness that we will be exploring. Ooh, Queen of Wands upright on the bottom of the deck and the Knight of Pentacles up. As I split it, the energy is potent, the energy is here, the energy is happy to finally be free. And truly, in this energy, truly embracing the shadow. Y'all, I've been up for 20 hours straight. No, I've been up for 24 hours straight. So I already feel like it. So I'm about to go to bed. Y'all sleep tight. I had to get that message out. I was glad I did. I love y'all. And God loves y'all. Bye.